What's going on, all you cool cats and kittens out there? Welcome to episode number 22 of No Bucks Given right here on the Horny Goat YouTube channel, of course, Horny Goat Podcasting Network, where you listen to us on your favorite podcasting platforms.
It's not.
What, did I get started? What?
I can't find it.
Can't find what?
There we go.
Are we now live?
Yeah, we're good. Sorry.
So they heard me, but obviously, like physically, we look like mutants or something.
Yeah, we were all over the place.
Perfect. Excellent. So, I mean, great. Technical difficulties. What this wouldn't be a stream if it wasn't technical difficulties. But what's going on, everybody? Of course, this is No Bucks Given episode 22. Now, here on the Horny Goat YouTube channel and the Horny Goat Podcasting Network, where we talk about all sorts of cool stuff that's going on in the news world, entertainment, and everything in between. You guys know me. I'm Lars Pants on Fars, and welcome to the episode. I'm, of course, joined here by the wonderful members of the Horny Goat crew. We got, of course, the power couple, the tattooed mama herself, Heather, and everyone's favorite Assassin's Creed-looking motherfucker, JP. What's up?
What's going on? I'm in a lot of pain right now, but I'm always in pain, so it doesn't matter.
I would say that this show is like the medicine to the pain, but it's more like the hemorrhoid cream to the pain.
No, I mean, it could be, but no.
It's still a pain in the ass, even though it heals you. How you doing, Heather?
Doing all right. It's been a rainy, gloomy day here, and a certain little toddler out there has decided to take advantage of us not feeling the greatest.
It's not a nice thing to say about JP sitting right next to you. The belch was perfect.
So
you were right there with me, Snow.
Well, yeah, because I've been out there whooping your ass.
Okay, there.
Love is in the air.
So somebody's TV is too loud, and we're gonna end up with a copyright. Just saying.
That's why I
don't know whose it is, but
you might be hearing Wendy out there.
Oh, that could be. I hear like music or like in something like that, and I'm like, oh god, we're gonna end up with a copyright, even though it's faint in the distance. They're still assholes.
Yeah, it's Wendy singing a random song she made herself, so there's nothing to worry about.
It's Connor, and he's muted. He can't control it. It's out of his hands. We will move forward.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
But what's up, Gina?
I was gonna say, if that's Wendy, holy fuck, you got a star on your hands there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now, she can sing when she wants to.
Oh my goodness. What's up?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm good. It was my doggy's birthday today, so we chilled with him and went kayaking and did some other stupid shit.
Did the dog?
Did you get him a cake?
I didn't. I was gonna make him a cake, but okay. My dog, if he's fine. He's fine. Well, he gets a cake every year.
He's a dog.
But, like, here's the thing: he gets a cake every single year. I make him a doggy cake every year because he's my dog.
He doesn't understand the difference between cake and someone's ass.
Listen, he understands peanut butter.
The kayak would be more terrifying.
He understands peanut butter. But the thing is, last year I made him his cake, and I made him a banana and peanut butter cake. And he ate so much of it that he ended up throwing up. So I was like, I can't make him a cake.
This dog lives better than like 90% of the people in the world.
Like, I can't make him a fucking cake this year because I can't make a tiny ass little cake. I can't find a recipe for like a tiny ass little cake. I can't make a big cake.
Make a big cake and you eat most of it and give him a little bit.
No, because I don't like peanut butter and banana.
Well, I don't like you.
Listen, he didn't get, end of story. He didn't get a cake, but he got a new toy instead.
You're gonna hear that in a minute. Squeaking in the back.
No, this one doesn't squeak. Doesn't squeak. It's like a tug toy, like a tug of war toy.
It just screams.
Well, happy birthday.
Well, it had cotton in it. It had cotton in its belly for all of about 2 seconds before he had the cotton all over my living room.
And humped it.
Oh no, that's his squeaky toy.
Forgive me for confusing the two.
Yeah, that is specifically one toy. Thank you.
Of course, and of course.
If you guys hear the squeak, chances are he's probably humping.
Fair enough. And we got everyone's favorite bear from upstairs, Canadian Basement. What up, Basement?
I mean, what Gina says goes for me, too. You start hearing the squeak, you know I'm humping. I only have fake girlfriends. Shut up.
That's why we never hear a squeak from over there.
Yeah.
It just increases and then it just gets dead. Like,
you hear the muffled screams of terror.
Right?
Shut up!
You just hear basement sobbing.
That's how it goes.
It's done, all right? I timed it 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, we got a lot of stuff, I think, to talk about. Quite a bit. Not a huge amount, but some of it will go by fast.
Yeah, Space Man might have to help me with the co-hosting a little bit.
Oh, God. Well, let's... You start and pick a topic, and then maybe I can... I didn't fucking research anything.
That's all good. So the first thing I figure we talk about is, of course, the MJF promo.
Oh, fuck, I haven't watched it. I'm gonna watch
You
it now.
fucking
We're off to a
asshole.
great start.
Pipebomb.
I
Okay.
watched Obi-Wan. I forgot about this fucking shit.
Fine. Let's start with Obi-Wan first. So if you guys joined us last week here on the channel, we did do a mini review. We did watch along. Heather and Aceman did of episodes 1 and 2. Of course, episode 3 dropped on Wednesday, which definitely went. I was not expecting things to go a certain way with that one. Not that I'm hating on it per se, but I guess we'll talk about that one first. I guess I'll open the floor to everybody first as far as what you guys thought about episode 3. Spoilers ahead. Warning. Spoiler.
I don't give a shit. I was highly disappointed in the episode.
He's like the fucking like 2% that doesn't care. Everybody else is like, shut the fuck up.
I'm kind of with you.
Because I don't fucking care.
Peachy tonight.
I was very disappointed in this episode. I'm just going to say this too soon.
Yeah,
Sorry, what was it?
I agree.
What was that, JP?
Too soon.
And not really like the payoff that I wanted from what they did.
It's done. The show is over. Because why? Why do this here? Right in the middle.
That did surprise me.
I will say the show as a whole, though it's good, it's been disappointing in terms of it could be better. Fuck you.
Let's see how they. Let's see how they stick. I'm waiting to see how they stick the landing. I'm not disagreeing with like the whole like. I was very shocked that they did the confrontation so soon. I was like, wow, okay. Didn't expect that to be happening halfway through.
And 70% of this fucking this episode was like a ride along with a with a fucking mole man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Zach Braff voiced him, by the way,
Goddamn
from Scrubs.
Freck. Goddamn Freck. I knew I recognized his voice.
Yeah, Zach Braff.
I did not recognize his voice at all.
Why, again, the finale of it, totally understand. But now you do it here? See, this is where I was going to have a problem with this fucking show.
It could be a setup. They could do it again at the end. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, what I'm going to say is,
for sure.
He knows he's alive. Now, for sure.
Right.
And he can sense him. Because both of them are force sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
They can sense each other. So see, this is why I have a problem. Why he didn't fucking...
Sorry, the word force sensitive just fucking makes me laugh. Go ahead.
Vader knows, Anakin knows, that these Inquisitors do not stand a chance against him. So why is he not? It's a flaw. It's a flaw in the show.
I think what they were, and again, I have to. I'm kind of waiting to see how they stick the landing with this. I'm not saying that. I was kind of like, wow, okay, well, I'm a little worried that they blew their load here by showing the confrontation. But I think they're trying to drive home the what happened at the end of the second episode. I think I said this to you guys on the last No Bucks Given was that is one aspect of the episode. I was like, oh yeah. Why wouldn't he assume he was dead? Why wouldn't he? He left him there like to burn on.
It was a fucking sex doll.
And it's And so why wouldn't he assume that? But I think that I think they were just trying to like really like drive home the fact of like, oh, it's the shock, it's like the fight's not over. He thinks he's just going into hiding and that's it. Nope, Vader's looking for his ass. And so I'm hoping that they have a revisited confrontation at the end of the season where it's a little bit more standoffish as opposed to just like Obi-Wan shitting his pants.
I do like. I'm sorry, Basement. I'd like to say one thing. I do like the fact that he hasn't used his powers in years. And
struggle for it.
That's why That's why he's struggling with. If this was just after, I could totally understand him not shitting his pants because he would probably beat him again, because Anakin had an ego, and if you remember episode 3, don't underestimate my powers, and he's like, I have the high ground, don't do it, and then he cuts his arms and his legs off. The same thing would happen, but I can understand it. I like the fact that I don't like the fact that they faced off in this episode, because now where do you go from here?
Well, it wasn't really much of a face-off. It was more he beat him down.
But
Obi-Wan put up no fight. Well, he put up a minimal fight. I don't even call it a fight. I saw it more of as a beatdown.
Here's the thing with the Darth Vader whole. My question is how it's been 10 years and like they show this montage of him getting his body put back together, presumably now. So how has he been training or doing anything? He should be just as rusty.
His body was put back together at the very end of episode 3.
So okay, yeah, you are right. But then
had 10 years.
He's just been behind the scenes at that point.
No, when he goes into that Bacta tank, his arms and his legs are removed so that his body can heal.
Okay,
he's being trained. He's being trained by the Emperor in the dark side.
The other thing too that my actual main point I wanted to make with this show is, we all know it's the hardest thing the show's going to do is prove that it's not filler, because technically it is filler. No matter what, like nothing of grave consequence will happen because we already know where the story goes.
Right.
But they have to differentiate themselves and make it not feel that way. And it's
or they flush out an aspect of the story that hasn't really been explored in the sense of like getting like an emotional reaction. Like that's what I took away from this episode.
This is the hardest part that they're going to have to do. Like and to JP's point of them kind of blowing their load early, you have 3 more episodes. You can only rehash something that you already seen before.
So what when you say, what did Connor say?
Hatching out a story that has not been hatched out before.
Yeah, so what do you mean as far as what?
I'm saying is that when I
think it's the emotional weight of like Obi-Wan and his character that we never really see, because when we flash forward to the first episode and Obi-Wan's older, you don't really get a huge connection with his character.
It's the reason I was, out of all the Star Wars shows, this one was the one when they announced like the shit ton of ones that they're going to be doing. This is the one that I was the most interested in because it's exploring an aspect and a time frame of Star Wars in a bigger, outside of the animation stuff, on a bigger scale that we haven't really seen before. What happens to Obi-Wan in those, like, what's the time frame between 3 and 4? Is it 20 years? 18? Something?
18 or so, yeah.
No.
So it's like...
It's got to be like, I think that's 20 years.
It's like 30. It's like 25 years.
Right. But what I'm saying is that in that time frame, there is a shit ton of stuff that you can do. And even with the rumors of the Obi-Wan show coming out, there was rumors about like flashback scenes. And so what I think that what I was saying was that the only thing they really can do, to Basement's point, is that we all know how this is going to end, or at least we generally know how it's going to end. We know that Obi-Wan's going to be alive. We know Vader's going to be alive. We know this, that, and the other.
So the thing is, and it's really hard for them to do this. This is why I would have much rather had them
I mean,
with Obi-Wan, I would have much rather had them
Do his childhood.
Still have this, but have him sitting on Tatooine having flashbacks to his childhood. Yeah. You know, I mean, you can't, because we don't. I mean, I can't remember what world he is from.
Right, and that's my point.
Either. Like that's my point. In this episode, he says like, "I think I had a brother or some shit,"
and that's my point. Is that like the only real way to me that they could really do a good job with this is if they flush out enough of aspects of the story, generally speaking, that they haven't flushed out yet. Like for example, obviously the original trilogy, we knew nothing beforehand. So the first 3 movies, the prequels, for better or for worse, flushed out a lot of those moments, including the big one, obviously the final one in episode 3.
People, and we'll get into it when we do the Star Wars roundtable, because we're going to talk about the movies. We're not going to delve into the fucking Clone Wars. We're not right. The first 3 movies, the story is correct.
Right.
The reason that the people hated the prequel was because of episode 2, because it was too much CGI.
I think there's a multitude of reasons, but I didn't mind the prequels, especially looking back at them now. But they did, like, the thing is, I remember the original Star Wars. Yes, it had a bit of politicking. They really went heavy with the politics, and yes, with the way they wanted to tell the stories, they had to. But also the demographic might not have always wanted that, and I think that's why I got such harsh hate.
And I know I disagree with you on this for the simple fact that the reason why what happened was all because of politics. So yes, the show, them 3 episodes were heavy politics.
I think why it's hated though is because a lot of people that probably grew up with the originals.
They had to tell that story, and that's the story George Lucas told.
I know, but like a lot of the original Star Wars, people that watch that probably like took their kids or something to the new ones, expecting it to be a bit more action oriented, and it definitely was not.
Again,
which is why I feel like it has like a heart, like why people don't remember it fondly or didn't like it at the time. I think people are much more accepting of it now.
Yeah, it's become accepted.
But my point is that like we, you know, before any of that, before Star Wars blew up and became a bigger phenomenon than it was originally with the first 3 movies, we'd only heard references to or verbally were told things and not given a visual emotional representation. So certain things to me didn't have as much weight to them because of exposure. So I think that's what this show would aim to do, or at least that's what I was assuming. So like moments like when Obi-Wan sees Vader for the first time since the fight at I can't remember the name of the planet, the molten lava one. Yeah. But like that's a huge emotional moment.
The Mustafar.
Thank you, Mustafar. But that's a big emotion. But like I as much as I like a little bit worried about them blowing their load, I actually really liked the acting, like that scene itself was very very well done.
I do like that you can hear. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, basement. It showed how weak Obi-Wan had become over the time of not using the Force regularly like he was, and how vulnerable potentially losing Anakin had made him.
Yep.
Well, this is also like this story is basically telling the story of Obi-Wan overcoming, like, I guess, the guilt of what happened with Anakin and getting his powers back to becoming back to a Jedi. The problem is a lot of this, it needs to be a character driven, and obviously character driven for Obi-Wan and have some emotional weight to it for it to work. The other thing that this sorely needs is some very good side characters that it has not really done for me.
Well, has they said anything about a season 2 yet, or no?
I don't think there's going to be.
There's been rumors and rumblings of season 2 being decided on.
So my question is, I keep hearing this. Who keeps saying this? Because if you're hearing people saying this, then I don't fucking buy a goddamn thing anybody says.
I am, to be very honest, it's not like it's internet rumblings. I wasn't sure if anything had been officially announced. That's why I threw it out there.
If it's internet rumblings, don't believe it, because Dave Filoni and Pablo Hidalgo will tell you if there's going to be a second season.
I figured.
If it was me, I would have done this season where this episode ended the season and moved. Like, if you want to do a second season, like, I would have focused more on like, I know Obi-Wan is integrated into the fucking Emperor story. Like, give him something else to do for a while. Build up some villain or something else that's not necessarily, like... It's just too much too fast. And I don't know. It's spent so much time developing other characters that I don't really care about. I don't care about the Reva struggle with power and shit.
They're trying to develop that Reva character.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to have big things, not just in this series, but also in the new Jedi game.
By the way, I just looked up real quick. 19 years according to the canon in terms of between episode 3 and 4. So this takes place right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, this happens 9 years before episode 4. Okay.
Right.
So, like I said, the hard part is we already know what happens.
Yeah, that's hard to stick the land.
Mm-hmm.
I already know that Obi-Wan gains all of his powers back. Then, spoiler alert, if you had not seen Rebels, he kills Darth Maul in like 5 seconds. He destroys him in 5 seconds. Like, it takes him 5 seconds to kill him.
This is why the Mandalorian... This is why the Mandalorian works so well.
What happens to Darth Maul? 50% off. Good deal.
Well, he stabs him. He doesn't cut him in half.
Yeah. Have him as robot.
So Darth Maul is killed by the hands that killed him the first time.
Yeah.
I think that, and maybe this is just me because I'm basing it off of the Mandalorian and Book of Boba, which are the main two, Star Wars shows that I've watched. In terms of the newer wave stuff. And this is one of the things I give Star Wars shows credits for, is the fact that when done right, they can get in between all the main movies and really have fun with
that's what I'm saying. This is the fault of this show. It's tied so closely to the storylines happening in the main movies, where the Mandalorian could... I like the universe. I don't necessarily need to keep going back to that storyline. I really don't. It could be the overarching thing. I know you can't really do that with Obi-Wan. You have to kind of go back to the main story with him. But
I understand what you're saying, but people have been clamoring for this to fucking happen for years and years and years and years and years. I'm
not disagreeing with you of like wow, I'm really surprised they went to that. They did that so quickly. But I'm kind of like not holding out hope. I'm waiting to see what they do with it and how it's going to wrap up.
I say I'm disappointed in the episode, but I'm not going to sit here and say
it's a bad series.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, yes, that's okay. I'm starting to buy into the fact that. Because you remember when Darth Vader said on the Death Star, I haven't felt this presence since.
And it's just ... He doesn't put timelines in.
I mean, I can buy that. I'm starting to buy into it. But it still kind of fucking kills the... What's the word I'm looking for?
I would have liked, JP, would you have liked if everything was done except they didn't actually fight?
Yes.
I would have preferred that because I really liked when Darth Vader showed up and he killed a kid and killed he's just killing people left, right, and center.
That, I'm not gonna lie, is it bad that I fucking giggled when he's dragging fucking people?
I was like, yeah.
I was laughing too, don't feel bad.
But
as soon as they had him speak, though, it's just like...
You can hear fucking Hayden Christensen in the voice, which is cool.
So what it is some mix of James Earl Jones and Hayden Christensen's voice.
Yeah, I was about to say it's so good because it makes the most sense.
Little shit like that.
Yeah, they're doing I love the fact Obi-Wan comes out of that shack or whatever the fuck he was in, and they're standing off, and then he just turns and runs. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think
I know he was trying to get him away from them, but still.
I think for me. And let me throw this out to you guys, and you tell me otherwise. I think I wouldn't have minded the episode if it ended with Vader getting really close to Obi-Wan, and then Obi-Wan's like, "No, I'm out," and then just bolts.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
And I don't think it was a fight, really. I still argue that it was a beatdown.
Well, it was more like he was trying to distract them while she got away, which is exactly what was happening. He had to defend himself, and he did get his fucking ass whooped. And then he got burned alive. Like, how is he not worse off? Like, holy shit, he was dragged through hot coals.
I also laughed when he, like... He could have broken his neck at any point in time he wanted, and maybe he's just trying to make him suffer.
Him.
But I loved how he's like doing this, and then he just slowly puts the lightsaber down to light the. I don't know why. I'm just like I did
love the fact that he's like I went through fucking hell. I got no legs and arms. Fuck you, dude. And he like this just solidifies after the last time that they met. This solidifies there's zero hope. This guy is fucking the worst thing alive. And
Ian McGregor
drags him through the fire. It's great because it's, you know, you did this to me, I'm gonna do this to you type thing. There's greatness in it. It's just
yeah.
I like the show. I just do think honestly I can't. We're 3 episodes in. For the 3 episodes at least,
we're worried.
It could be done better.
We're a little nervous. We're a little nervous about the other rest.
Not gonna lie, I agree. I think it's gonna ultimately come down to Reva and Obi Wan. There is something there,
Reva McEntire?
And it's being hidden, and she hasn't said anything yet. But I think there's something there. That being said, we want to talk about. You heard the.
It's another topic, and Gina, you can actually speak on this, even though it involves the character. But it's like,
so this is why fucking if you shit, and I agree with Ewan McGregor what he said. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, this part. Yep.
Yeah.
If you want to shit on somebody, you are not a true Star Wars fan. Yeah. Yes, they have messed up numerous times. However, they are doing what they can to try and tell you a story and fill in the blanks the best that they can. When you want to be a racist piece of shit to somebody that is a character in the Star Wars world, and by the way, you're not a true Star Wars fan because you're shitting all over Dave Filoni. You're shitting all over Pablo Hidalgo. You're shitting all over fucking George Lucas because they still have everything in the world to do with this story. Yes, it's Disney, but it's still George Lucas's baby. He is not going to let something go if he isn't going to agree with it. So for people to sit there and say she doesn't need to be a character in that world can go straight to fucking hell. Let the character build. I think they're trying to build her, and that's what they're going to do in these last 3 episodes.
Well, they already hinted at building her more because when she got to the hideout, she stopped at one particular signature on the wall and stared at it like, this was my childhood. She gave that look that's what it felt like. If for an actor to give you that emotion through just a fucking look, she's good at my look. The rest of you can go fuck off.
I think she's doing fine. Just give her time.
I think that it's a combination of people are filled with hate and the fact that the character is built to be unlikable. You're not supposed to like this fucking character, so what the fuck?
Which is funny because I sort of draw the dynamic. Remember Wyatt Russell had the same problem with Falcon and Winter Soldier? He played John Walker too well, and he got a shit ton of hate for it. And
Kid in Game of Thrones quit acting because of that.
Yeah, it's like come on,
separate the fucking character from the person. If they're really good at being hated, they're doing a fucking good job.
By the way, Reva is black in the story, which is why she's playing the character.
What?
Fucking moron people, man. They didn't put her in there because she was black. She actually is black in the book.
We just had a man that looked like a mole. So, for fuck's sakes, who cares what color or species these things are, man? It's Star Wars. Jesus Christ.
Star Wars, aside from Episode 8 and Episode 9, have done a pretty good job of staying away from the agenda-driven bullshit.
Yeah.
Can I also say...
There's a page I follow on Twitter called Prequel Memes. and that's the.
I'm following it now.
It's got a picture of Senator Palpatine up there as their profile picture. Yeah, they share Star Wars memes from the Sith side and all of that all the time. Even they put out there, the Star Wars universe has over 20,000 fucking species. Grow the fuck up.
Well, so we were actually reviewing the episode, and what I like is, we watched it. We did the watch along, and they had that little rat running across the fucking screen. Remember that basement? Mm-hmm. We were talking about how I've never seen that creature.
Yeah.
And the characters are so vast in this world that Dave Filoni knows the name of that character or that beast. It's just one of those things that they do so well at is able to create
world
a
building.
creature or a character that would just fit in the world.
And I mean, the thing is too, like that gets crazy with some of these because they visit like different planets and different while playing the games, or even the Mass Effect games, because there's different planets and different compositions that make that. All the characters, like, not only do they create like a creature and say here it is, it has to fit in the ecosystem of the world to what they have built. That's how far they go with these things. So it's like just I don't know. Well, with this respect for the Reva thing, it's fucking horseshit. Like I don't know what's wrong with people.
People that just did not go outside of their own bubble and just choose to hate.
Agreed.
I mean, this was the problem with the fucking internet echo chamber. It markets to you exactly what you're looking for, and then you just get stuck in your own cycle. But I think that's enough Star Wars for me.
Well, there's one.
No, I'm done.
On this one, it's not even just for Star Wars. I mean, if you're out there sending death threats to celebrities because you didn't like how they portrayed your favorite character, go outside and touch some grass, my friend.
Eat some ass.
Or go jump off a cliff.
You know, something in that broad spectrum. One of those things.
That's all I got.
Well, since we're on the Star Wars topic, we might as well talk about the little tidbit about, apparently Liam Neeson looking to come on back as good old Qui Gon.
I think it's happening.
And I'm muting it.
He may be coming back in this series, but he is definitely confirmed to come back for Stories of a Jedi.
Right.
My daughter.
Their animated series that they're doing.
You're going to be taken.
Stories from Ahsoka and her mother. There's other ones in there too. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. But
I can just see him. Obi Wan, you're going to be taken.
I still love it when he did it from Ted and taking the tricks. Now I'm understanding that this is serial meant for children.
I've got a various set of skills.
I understand that I am not a child. Yeah, I kind of sniffed that out. Yeah, so just to be very clear, there's rumors that Liam Neeson would make some sort of cameo or voiceover in Obi-Wan. That has still remained to be seen. However, they did confirm during Star Wars Celebration Day that he will be on hand for Tales of the Jedi, which is the latest animated from San Francisco-based studios. In the series, Neeson will return voicing both Qui Gon Jinn, but he'll also, I guess the character will appearing in two different iterations, an adult version voiced by Neeson, and then a younger version of the character voiced by none other than Liam Neeson's son.
That's fucking awesome.
The younger version of the eventual Jedi Master will actually appear alongside a younger version of Count Dooku.
Wait, this means that we're probably going to see, they hinted at it, Obi-Wan's past, and he's like, I thought I had a brother and this and that, so...
So it says here the series is set to debut this... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Jim.
So for those of you that don't know, and I know you just said Count Dooku was Qui-Gon Jinn's master.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He had that cool finger lightsaber.
The curved one with the rabbit attachment.
You got that curved tip.
Yep. The series is set to debut this fall and will be made up of, this is the series, Tales of the Jedi. It's a series that's set to debut this fall and be made up of animated shorts spanning many years, including various characters from across the Star Wars universe, from the aforementioned Jedi to Ahsoka Tano, Mace Windu, and beyond. Dave Filoni is one of the masterminds behind the series, which is ever-growing slate of Star Wars projects. Filmmakers currently working on, of course, the Ahsoka series. So it sounds like, I don't want to say it's like What If, but it's almost like What If, just with like shorts in between. But it's not like
it's not really a What If. It's more the past tellings of the Jedis that have been out.
Yeah, it's small shorts. Yeah.
However, they would be incredibly genius if they did take that idea from Marvel and do a What If series for the Star Wars universe. Because the number one thing that I guarantee you they should go for is what if Jar Jar Binks was actually a fucking Sith Lord?
Yeah. Bring him back as a fucking ghost. Misa here.
The biggest what if would be what if Obi Wan joined Count Dooku.
Gina jumps off a cliff.
That was one of the options suggested.
Splat. That's pretty much it for Star Wars. I know. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna take a quick pee. You guys continue. I'm gonna watch this MJF promo while I do such. So
it's like 7 minutes long, so
it's
that's
an 8-minute promo.
I thought it was 1 minute and 46 seconds. Is the
no,
one that I pulled
it's 7 minutes long.
No,
and you need
6/1/2022.
No, and you need to watch the full uncensored version.
God. Why?
No, he doesn't.
Because he says a lot of shit in it.
Alright, I'm gonna go take a 7-minute shit. I'll be back.
Okay. In the meantime, since Basement's doing that, and I figured we'll do this then. I guess we'll talk about the big everyone's favorite court case that they've been watching on the circus. That is Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. I'm sure we'll get Basement's 2 cents once he's back from his 7-minute shit. But for those of you who are not in the know and didn't know exactly what the hell happened, it was officially confirmed that the verdict came in. Johnny Depp essentially, for lack of a better word, won the case. So there's obviously a ton of different, there's a ton of different back and forth. And when I say one, obviously it's a defamation lawsuit. It's a mess. It's a circus. It's a mess. But my God, the memes that came from it were still so delicious.
It was perfect.
The memes were pretty fucking good.
So there's been numerous different things I guess we could talk about. I know we have one of the articles down below saying Amber's Heard lawyers just told jurors a verdict against her would devastate abuse victims everywhere, and then Johnny Depp's lawyers want to strike the remarks from the record, which is there's a lot to digest with this. And I know it's something that we haven't really talked about too much. No, it's okay. I'll just say I know this is something we haven't really talked about in depth too much, but now that it's official, now that it's supposedly one and done, this thing is just it's a circus. It's a goddamn circus is the way I see it.
When her lawyers said what they said about, if you vote for Johnny, or if Johnny wins this case, it's going to be a slap to domestic abuse survivors. No. Okay, first of all, most of the domestic abuse survivors or victims that I know, including myself, could see right through all of her fucking bullshit. Could see that she was lying and all that. Which makes it, the fact that she lost the case makes it.
She didn't lose the case.
Shut up, JP. You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do, because she fucking lost the case. Johnny Depp won every single freaking claim that he had against her, and she only won one.
That means that they
did what he said. It was something that his agent said.
And he is liable for what his agent said.
I understand that, but that was one case. One case that she had against him out of what, five? And he won every single one of the cases that he had against her. Therefore, he won the majority. Therefore, he won the case.
So just to read the official verdict, it was the jury found that Heard defamed Depp in 3 separate statements in the Washington Post piece, and that Depp defamed Heard with one statement his attorney made. The jury awarded Johnny Depp $10 million in compensation damages and $5 million in punitive damage, although I believe he has to pay $2 million to her, so at the end I think he ends up with
and the $5 million, not sorry to cut you off, Connor, but the $5 million, there's actually a cap on those type of damages in the state of Virginia or wherever they were, North Carolina, wherever the fuck they were. But there's a cap. So that $5 million actually got brought down to $350,000. So he won 10 million plus 350,000.
It's a weird situation because it's like technically the jury favored Depp, but it's a you know, obviously it's not like a criminal case where it's like, okay, it's defendant versus, you know what I mean? Like it's obviously more it's a civil thing, but like good lord.
Regardless of which, like, the fact that they saw through her bullshit, for me anyway, and I know a lot of people that I know that are victims or survivors, whatever you want to refer to us of as, that was a win for us, because like her lying about this shit, and it was blatantly obvious that she was fucking lying. She got caught in lies several times, and they're actually looking at charging her with perjury, not only in the United States but also in the UK case, because she got caught in lies from that case as well. So the fact that she was lying, it's like that in itself is a huge slap to actual real domestic violence victims.
So just to kind of go back here, and again, talking generalization, because I'll be very honest, chances are, unless something crazy happens, this will probably be the last time we bring this up and talk about this on the show. But like, I just completely lost my train. Oh no. So like, I kind of figure, I think most of, I could be wrong, but I think most people kind of assumed that Depp was going to be in favored by the jury in this case after everything was rolling out. I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty because number one, there's too much, and number two, there's I didn't watch everything, but the things I did watch and listen to clearly was like not like she's not just no to everything. Yeah. So, but like, that's one thing to go through that and to lose, but then the comments at the end, like you said, is just like stop, like just stop. That's it. No.
Yeah. Well, and you know, the thing is, Johnny Depp, people can argue and say, oh, well, he won because he's popular in the United States, blah, 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 blah. First of all, Johnny Depp is popular all over the world. But second of all, he won because he actually brought witnesses forward that not only told their truth, but all of their truth added together, and it all made sense. Whereas her witnesses, the few that she had, did not make any sense whatsoever. It was basically just accusations thrown against Johnny, and there was no substance to these accusations, whereas he had countless numbers of witnesses that were backing up his story, but were also lining up with each other's. Even fucking Kate Moss even came in and said, Amber Heard is telling everybody that he threw me down the stairs. That's not true. And she told the real story about what happened the night that she fell down the stairs.
Oh, Heather, you're muted.
So yeah.
Sorry.
I'm going to correct you real quick. Johnny Depp won because part of the claims in the defamation suit he brought forward was that Amber Heard wrote the op-ed, and he had to prove that. And well, she did that herself by sitting there and answering the question from her own lawyer of, we are here because of an op-ed I wrote back in 2016. Way to go, dumbass.
Yeah,
Exactly. And the thing is, I think that Johnny set out to prove that she was lying, not only about like her not referring to him in the op-ed or whatever, but she was lying about so many different things, and he set out to prove that he was innocent, to clear his name. And he even said at the beginning of the trial, this isn't about money. I don't care about money. All I want is my name. And he not only for himself, but for his children.
I was talking to the missus about this earlier, and she there was a statement about how she was apparently, and I didn't catch this part because again I didn't pay to every intention of this thing, but she was saying how she was like violated by like a bottle. I'm like, what?
That was one of her things. With the bottle.
I just want one thing, and this is the only thing I'm going to say about this. I think both of them. This is that Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith fucking dynamic. Both of them did something to each other. Let me finish. Both of them did something to each other. I'm not saying that Amber Heard did not. I'm sure she did. In fact, she looks like the kind of fucking person that would. But to sit here and tell me that Johnny Depp isn't that fucking person? That motherfucker threatened a sitting president.
Threatened President Trump. Yeah. But a threat is much that's a lot. That is a lot different than actually fucking going up and popping somebody in the face or killing somebody. Like, that's a lot different. I mean, I'm not saying that it's right or it's justified at all, because it's not.
I think it's one thing to say, like, she was wrong, but I'm not saying that obviously he's in this case he's not in this case he was innocent, but I mean, it's not like he's a saint in total regard, but obviously I'm not saying that he did anything that she said that he did. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those weird things.
She not only accused him of physical violence, but she accused him of sexual violence, and that's horrific for anybody that is innocent of that type of abuse. That's horrific allegations to throw against somebody.
I'll put it this way: if I really had to, like, character profile, and again, I need to stress that, like, don't know Johnny Depp, never met him, don't know him in person, don't know who he is, on a personal level. So I'm probably gonna be completely wrong. But if there was any issues with him, the alcohol and the substance abuse part, if it was true, I could see. I do not see him. The way he carries himself, I don't see him as like an abuser to other people.
See, the thing is, it was brought up several times in court by several different witnesses, his sister, his exes, some of his friends. Whenever he did, drink or do drugs, it was because he was fighting off his own demons, and he more or less he abuses himself. Instead of taking it out on other people, he takes it out on himself.
Yeah, which is exactly the kind of person that Johnny Depp is. But this whole thing was just a giant shit show. I mean,
it's a media circus.
It really was. I mean, and Amber wants to file for an appeal. Good luck at getting a jury that is not biased, considering the entire country has seen this case from start to finish.
Exactly, and the fact, like you said, she basically gave him the case as soon as she was testifying on the stand. And the fact that she was not genuine on the stand, anybody that watched this case at any point in time, if you watched Johnny on the stand, like he would honestly answer the questions like an actual fucking human being, like a genuine human being. She was 1000% acting.
And she's not a good actress.
She's not. Your dog stepped on a pee.
And then her own fucking acting coach came up and said that she has trouble crying when she's acting.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like...
Can we talk about the fact that she was actually snorting coke out of a fucking Kleenex while she was on the stand?
I don't think that's true.
Actually, it is.
They even said on their screen, purely speculation.
She wasn't snorting coke.
And especially with celebrity courtrooms, everybody's patted down and put through several metal detectors for everybody's
Nature's pocket.
Coke's not going to come up on a metal detector.
Nature's pocket.
Not only that, but the lawyers
people get fucking coke into prison. So
actually, like the lawyers, their briefcase, I'm pretty sure that the lawyer's briefcase goes through the metal detector, but they don't actually search their briefcase.
I mean, the metal detector is not going to pick up cocaine. So shove it up your ass.
Well, not the good stuff.
And then into, they open up your purse and look through it. It does not matter.
But do they open up your ass?
Well, that's my purse. So yes.
Regardless of which, I happen to be very, very glad that Johnny won. So
they all lost, but I don't give a fuck.
But I do want to mention that.
I wonder if they played
the last thing
Jack Sparrow theme song when he left the courtroom.
Oh my god! He wasn't there when the verdict was read. He actually had a gig over in the UK that he was at. But last thing I want to mention is now Amber Heard's lawyers are saying that there is no way that she is going to be able to pay this $10 million.
But didn't she owe $7 million to charity or some shit?
But here's the thing:
she donated the $7 million from her divorce settlement, but she never did.
Right, and the
Well, here's
lawyer
thing,
said
she's
that
not gonna
because
get
of
any
her
acting gigs,
because of-
I can tell you that.
said because of her legal fees and her other bills, there's no way that she's going to be able to meet the $10 million.
Yeah.
And also,
Payment plan, because guess what? It's a court order. She has to pay that money.
right, and also, if anybody goes, I don't know if they fixed it. I don't know if they did, but when the verdict was read that day, like within minutes, right? As soon as the lawyer said, I shouldn't say when the verdict was read, when the lawyers came out and said that there was no way that she was going to be able to pay it. If you Googled Amber Heard's net worth right after that, it actually said negative $6 million.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it's like she's fucked. I'm not gonna say she's not gonna get work anymore. Nobody wants to watch her. She'll probably end up working in like when they do like the reenactment of this court case for like TV. She's gonna be like, yeah, I'll play myself. Give me a paycheck, please, God. Yeah, whatever. Fuck her. Fuck them all.
I don't care.
Yep.
Both deserve each other. That's all.
Before we move on real quick, one thing I want to say is one of the videos that they kept showing was when she first appeared in public with these bruises on her face. I'm sorry, that's a red fucking flag with how she was walking. Because anybody who has been hit by a spouse or whatever, and they're out in public, they're hiding that shit. They're not
Yeah. No, she
getting every angle of her face in camera view.
She peacocked that shit like immediately, and most people that get abused are not going to be like out there. Yes, B, do you have a camera? Can you want to take a picture?
No, you hide.
Here,
that
hold my
shit.
mega
And the fact-
pint.
Here's the thing: she was pretty much fucked from the get-go because as soon as she said that she used like the certain makeup palette
That's
to
until
cover up
2019.
to cover up the bruises, and the makeup company themselves went on TikTok and was like, yeah, this was in 2017. Our product wasn't released until 2018.
She just strikes me as someone that thinks they're like the smartest person around, and then everybody is like fucking listening and recording. You're gonna be caught in a lie.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Basement, look at the fucking Horny Goat chat real quick because I took a screenshot of this. I just Googled this, and it still says
Where am I?
negative.
I
6
love that.
million.
That's great. That's fantastic. A couple things just to note real quick too about this is there has been, again, this is rumors, so take it with a grain of salt. You know, one of the things that's talked about is obviously she has a supporting role in the upcoming Aquaman sequel. Now, while the court case was going on, there was rumors that the amount of screen time that she had was heavily reduced, and now there's rumblings that they're gonna that the studios might remove her from the film altogether.
Just replace her
Which-
with Johnny Depp and drag.
I did.
That'd be the funniest shit alive. Come on.
That's actually a great solution. I'll believe it when I see it. But
I know the fact that she's had scenes cut is confirmed and true just by the CEO's testimony of how much editing they had to do to make their Jason Momoa's and Amber's chemistry seem right on screen.
How petty
So I
do you
know
have to
Aquaman
be?
2 is going to have a shit ton of reducing of Amber for that reason and that reason alone.
How petty do you have to be to fucking nuclear bomb your own life? To try to get a fucking fake bullshit over.
my dog stepped on a bee.
Not only that, but fucking, I did read the other day. It's not confirmed by Disney or by Johnny Depp yet, but one of the like executive producers or directors or whatever of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie pretty much guaranteed that Johnny Depp is going to be back to play Captain Jack Sparrow.
She should be the villain in the next movie. Jealous girlfriend.
You know what?
Dun,
No,
dun, dun,
honestly,
dun, dun, dun,
honestly, I don't
dun.
know if Johnny will because like that hurt him.
Uh,
That hurt him a lot.
He was also, also
Yeah,
writing
money
the perfect
talks.
ending for Jack
Also-
Sparrow, so I think he would want that to be.
True. That's true.
fucking sold his soul to Disney long ago.
What's up, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, money talks. Money
He just had
certainly
to pay all
talks.
these lawyers. Come on, he's going back to the high seas.
Yeah, mega pint. But I mean, you know that TikTok noise where it's like, oh no, oh no, oh no. That is Amber Heard's defense in a nutshell, because she kept getting called out on shit after shit. But anyway, it's done and over with. It was a goddamn mess.
No,
And yeah, she's
but whatever. I'm done with it.
Yep, she's canceled. Now moving on to a couple of other cool topics. Again, everything is listed in the description here on the YouTube channel. If you guys want to check out the different topics we're talking about, how was that 7-minute bathroom break, Basement? Was it a pipe bomb?
It was.
It was.
My asshole blew up.
So let's talk. Let's talk. I guess.
What?
I don't think that was what I was referring to, but okay.
That's what I was
No, I was.
referring to.
That's what I was.
Oh God! All right, moving on.
We're on the same page. Hey, let's talk about the MJF promo. So, for those of you who do not know or don't watch wrestling, you know what the hell we're talking about. There's been a lot of rumors when it comes to Maxwell Jacob Freeman in All Elite Wrestling as far as what the hell is going on with him. Rumors have been going on for a while that he's frustrated and upset with his position with the company. Leading into the Double or Nothing pay-per-view this past week or last weekend, where there was like rumors that he wasn't going to show, that he no-showed he no-showed a fan greeting event. There was questions of whether or not he was going to even make it. They apparently booked a flight out of Vegas, all this different stuff, rumors and speculation. But he ended up showing for the match of the pay-per-view. Then comes Dynamite on Wednesday, and MJF cuts what a lot of people are referring to as his pipe bomb promo, or his work, shoot, work, whatever promo you want to call it.
Called it TNT. Considered Dynamite.
It's a powder keg. Where he basically he goes off on he went off on management. He went off on the company, saying all different things, dropping an F-bomb.
In a total spot.
Right, work, shoot, promo.
I mean, they worked everybody. This is
So
why, like, I don't know. It's like
the question is it a work or is it a shoot?
It's a work, 100%.
It's a work. It's a damn good work.
So I'm
It's
just going to say
100%
this.
a work.
I think there's some truth in what he's saying.
What he's saying, yes, but all the planning and preparation to get him to that spot was put in place by AEW.
Well, I think here's the thing. I think that. Well, I think that it was supposed to be a work for him to do a pipe bomb, but I don't think that it was supposed to go down quite as it did.
Yeah, he kind of went off the rails and started.
Off the rails.
A lot of expletives were said.
I don't know if you guys know this, but MJF's name is now taken off of the AEW roster list.
Work.
Like,
Yep.
he got fired.
His merch has been removed from the shop and all that stuff.
I think he wants out. I really think he wants out.
I honestly, I kind of do too, because like I don't know if not, then fucking.
Why wouldn't they?
Phenomenal
Why
job,
wouldn't they?
man.
Why wouldn't they cut his mic?
They did.
Work. No, he threw it to the ground.
No, they cut it.
Oh.
You watched after he said fucking Mark.
No, he said fire me, fire me, fire me, fire me. They cut his mic off.
No, he said fire me, and then he leaned over the and said, "Come on, you fucking Mark, fire me."
I watched the uncensored one or the censored one, so I didn't hear what was happening. It was just beeps.
I want you to watch it.
I just shut it right now. I'm my best. I was taking the shit.
Elimination match?
Hey.
Personally, way better than CM Punk's pipe bomb.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. CM Punk's was a complete and total work, because I know for a fact Vince would not let him do that. So Vince told him to go out and go ahead, cut your promo. It'll be good for TV. This may have been a work, but he's speaking truth, because what he said about Tony Khan is the absolute utter fucking truth. Mm-hmm. He is a fucking mark for the business. He essentially said it. You should be sitting on the fucking other side of the fucking guardrail with everybody else. That's
exactly
what you are.
That's exactly what he said.
My thought though is like, if it isn't a work, say, and he just went out there and did this shit, I don't know, like, though he's like coveted in terms of like, yeah, we'd want. Do you really want him if he's gonna pull that shit? I don't know, man. I mean, Vince McMahon would take anything. Let's keep real.
Oh, Vince would definitely take him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think that he wants out of AEW because one, he really hasn't been showcased the way that
He's exact fucking same. In the last 2 feuds he's been booked exactly the same.
Yeah, and he's been feuding with Wardlow since Wardlow turned. Like, that was what, 4 or 5 months ago already, and it's just been nonstop feud with Wardlow.
I still think
and
it's
before
work.
that, it was a nonstop feud with Jericho, and then before that, it was a nonstop feud with Cody.
I mean, he's about to go up against CM Punk. It's gonna be the battle of the pipe bombs.
Well, he can't go up against CM Punk right now because
Punk is hurt. He is gone for a long.
So then he's just gonna take the championship, and CM Punk will go back up against him when he comes back.
Oh, no.
CM Punk hurt his foot.
Wisdom has designed, shall we say, this interim championship tournament
series.
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Okay, so basically during the pay-per-view last week, CM Punk injured his foot. He has to have surgery on his foot, so he had no choice but to relinquish the title. And now because he relinquished the title, they're having a interim tournament.
What a fucking flaccid cock he's turned out to be. CM Punk. It's like, we're bringing him in. He's gonna be great. Nobody cared immediately.
Well, actually, you know what? Like, a lot of people did care when he first came back, but then after a couple of weeks, everybody was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But I will
exactly. Oh shit, he really is that fucking old now. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I agree with what you said.
Flaccid cock.
Twitter the other day, where you said this is exactly why you do not put a title on an old man. Like, you don't do it. Especially one that is injury prone like Punk is, or one that is kind of freshly out of retirement. Like, and it's not like he just moved over from WWE and he's a WWE legend that came over. No. This guy was in retirement for how many fucking years, and you're going to put a championship on his back?
The other thing, too, with Punk, it's like, he was memorable because he was rebellious, and he came back being like, I'm a grandfather now. Like, I just want to get these kids over, you know? It's like, what the fuck is this? I don't want this version of you.
Not going to lie, I was never a huge CM Punk fan.
No, me neither. I actually think he's not a very good wrestler.
The most memorable thing he has is the fucking pipe bomb. None of his wrestling matches are that memorable.
So here is what they're doing with that.
Memorable.
The All Elite Wrestling presents the AEW Interim World Championship Eliminator Series.
This is so complicated.
It is so dumb. First, they're going to have a battle royal.
Get hired, Connor. I know you love complicated wrestling.
We all sit here, and I'm going to say this right now. All you fucking AEW people, listen to this, because this is the kind of shit that you shit on Vince for. But Tony Khan's going to do this. He's going to have a battle royal.
He's the best booker of the generation.
And then the same night, he's going to have the new #1 contender, Jon Moxley. Wardlow was the #1 contender.
What?
In the
I'm
power
already
rankings.
lost.
In the power rankings.
In the contendership power rankings that is done like at the college football, supposedly.
Yeah. Who's the supposed #1 contender? Really?
Me.
So Moxley is now, but Wardlow was.
Yes.
Who just got a contract?
That's
#1 ranked Jon Moxley. Wait a second.
I have the thing pulled up too. If you need.
Are they going to have to run around the ring with the beer
will
keg?
move Jon Moxley, the #1 contender, in an eliminator match in the main event of Dynamite.
Hey, eliminator match.
With the winner advancing to compete for the interim AEW World Championship at Forbidden Door on June 26th, live from the sold out wherever the United Center. Then on June 12th, New Japan's Pro Wrestling Dominion, Tanahashi will take on Hiroki Goto. The winner of that match will then take on Jon Moxley. So they're gonna do 4 things just to get to a fucking interim world title match.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Why don't you have the number 1 and number 2 guy wrestle for the fucking world title?
And then have them fight Forbidden Door.
It sounds like NXT to me, okay? Which
Honestly,
sounds great.
The one thing that I am looking forward to with AEW though is I am looking forward to Forbidden Door because I'm a huge New Japan fan. And they're gonna have Hangman Page versus Kazuchika Okada.
That will be good, I think.
New Japan wrestling as anybody is, but I am not.
I mean, I'm interested in the match. I don't care about the fucking event, but the match I'd watch. Yeah.
So
that's how I consume wrestling now. I'm on a wrestling diet.
Good call. So, just to recap, they changed who they consider as the number 1 ranked person to Jon Moxley, whatever. But in order to do this, they're basically going to have a battle royal. Whoever wins that one faces Moxley. Winner of that match faces the winner of Goto Tanahashi at Forbidden Door to crown the interim champion. Then whenever Punk's cleared to return, don't know when the fuck that is, they'll fight off to unify the belts and have a true world champion.
It's almost like getting a ladder to pick something off the floor.
Yes.
So wait.
That is exactly what they're doing.
But what belt are they unifying?
The AEW World Heavyweight Championship and then the interim World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I tuned out for a split second.
I tried to,
and all I heard was people from New Japan. So I thought they were talking about.
Were you lost in the dark?
And the title. That's why I was like, wait, what?
Whoever wins in AEW in the final stage of this fucking concoction that he came up with on one of his coke binges.
That is a perfect word, concoction. It's like he's a fucking witch with the cauldron out.
Exactly. Whoever wins in AEW then flies to Japan to face whoever wins in Japan.
Tanahashi.
And then the plane crashes.
That's a wasted match, pretty much.
I feel like 90% of what just was said is wasted matches.
So here's the other thing that's kind of intriguing. Wardlow was the number 1 guy. He didn't just fall to number 2. He fell to number 4.
Well, that's what happens when you're the number 1 guy and have no control over anything.
Hold on a second.
Match.
He didn't lose any of his matches.
Well,
right.
Yeah, but he lost favor by not being selected.
Obviously.
It all
I'm
makes
not
sense,
saying...
okay? Tony Khan's a genius, best
you know
booker in the
what
world.
Was? He treated Tony like Samoa Joe did, and Tony got really, really hurt by that. So he's like, you know what? Number 4 for you. Denying a hug.
The ranking system that they have in AEW is fucking retarded.
If someone doesn't tell me there's not a dartboard there, I'm going to be like, you're fucking full of shit. There's no way there's not a dartboard back.
It's a dartboard, and what they're using in place of darts is fucking Jello.
Don't get me wrong, I hate all wrestling.
Paul says this is worse than the TNA reverse ladder match or whatever the hell it was called.
Reverse ladder match? What is that? Make you crawl into the ground?
King of the Mountain match in TNA.
Yeah.
It's a championship in a hole.
Yep.
The thing, I am a
grows in the
fan
ground
of
and tie belt grows on the ground in that hole.
I'm a fan of AEW, but I'm also a fan of certain things that WWE does. I'm a fan of New Japan. Like above all else, I'm a fan of New Japan.
I'm a fan of wrestling, and what I'm getting right now is not fucking wrestling.
And I'm sitting here like listening to this, and when I tune out for a split second and then get super confused.
That's me on a regular basis.
I love.
You're muted.
Nope, you're muted.
There we go.
It was bad.
I was saying was. I love how Gina was paying attention, and then all of a sudden, when I said New Japan, she like snapped up and like, "What? New Japan? What?
Oh man, I'm not gonna say that.
The only thing I will say too from the original conversation, I think MJF is extremely smart on how he's handling certain things.
I think it's his creative at work with the company working with him. I think it 100%. I'm gonna say not 100%, like 90% work.
Yeah, I think there's truth sprinkled in there.
But I think he's still speaking truth and still wants the fuck out.
I think
I don't know if he wants out because Cody was the one that brought him into AEW. Cody is his mentor. Cody is the one
like a fucking.
Cody seen what they were about and said, "Fuck this! You all are fucking stupid."
Well, it looks like Cody Rhodes and says like this guy went from fucking Stardust to punching his own ticket. So
I'm
why
not surprised. WWE needed to do that.
Real Cody Rhodes saw those dollar signs from Vince and said, "Fuck this."
The thing is, Cody Rhodes made like he's using the landscape to his advantage, whatever it is that he doesn't care, because he's not gonna like. I mean, loyalty in business. Fuck that. Business has no loyalty to you.
The one thing that I love about WWE is no matter what the other company is doing, WWE never purposely throws they never.
Well, now they don't.
They don't publicly throw shit at AEW.
Now they don't because they own the world. But in the past, man.
The feud between Seth and Cody, has been bantered about a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't see shit.
You can't erase the past.
There's only one time
they're destroying the throne, which was Cody, ironically. But
Triple H is going to come back with 18 bypasses.
The only time we ever heard directly in public on a show from WWE anything about AEW was when Sami Zayn was in the hot seat.
Oh yeah, that.
I remember
standing up asking him stupid questions, and he turns around and goes, "You could have asked me anything at all. You could have asked me about AEW." And that got a big fucking rise out of the crowd.
They know they exist. Yeah. Yay! Change my diaper, Mom. Fucking ridiculous.
But I think the MJ thing is definitely a work. I definitely think that it's whoever's idea it was. I know he just basically shat on Tony Khan for creating the most complicated fucking tournament I've ever heard in wrestling history. However, I think that this is probably this might be one of the most clever and creative things they can do in terms of blending that reality and blurring the lines of kayfabe to create interest, because obviously it's going to get a lot of people talking. Because I mean, MJF's
what you want from wrestling,
right?
It's been missing.
Exactly. And his contract isn't up until the beginning of January 1st of 2024, so they could clearly milk this thing, and I think that's why removing the stuff off the shop is just another added layer to it, and they're gonna milk this as much as humanly possible.
Wrestling needs to blur the lines between reality and what is acted, and they have the platform to do it, so do it.
Okay, and this is why I don't think it was Tony that came up with it. I think this was something that came out of.
The only thing he's coming up with is cocaine.
Exactly. No, I think this is something that came out of the sleeve of either fucking Arn Anderson or Dean Malenko, or
I think it came from MJF. To be honest.
The thing is, I don't. Like I said before, if it was a work, this was a work that went way further than it was supposed to, because there is no way in hell that Tony Khan would ever get clearance from TNT to actually have MJF blatantly say "fuck" out on the airways. I understand that it's cable television. I understand all of that, but even still, there's still rules on TNT, and the fact that it was not blurted out.
I think they weighed the risk and was like, "Man, the risk is worth the reward."
They get fined, basically.
Yeah,
what happens is every time, is that because obviously he could have just said "F" every single time. Yeah. If he really wanted to.
He could have just started off that way, but it's all too conceptualized to make it be natural for me.
Ta-da!
I did enjoy it, though.
For AEW standards. I mean, WWE could do this and make it seem like it's a work, or it can make it seem like it's a shoot.
I mean, all companies have done it. this is a masterful job of a work, because not only did they just cut a promo, there was, in my opinion, because I'm assuming it's a work, there is the beforehand, and then the willingness to go the extra mile to kind of sell it to the fans.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What, you giving birth?
Oh yeah. Has ever known anybody that choked on a nerd? I just did.
I know a couple girls that choked on a nerd.
Shut up!
How big's the nerd?
Here's the candy. Fuck you guys.
So good. So good.
Just choked on like a fucking nerd. I choked on a fucking nerd. Why do I keep on saying it? God damn.
Choking on a nerd? Hold on, I just gotta
soundbite for a donation there.
Hashtag choking. Nope, that's not how you spell it. Choking on a nerd.
Did you spell it chalking? Like everybody? With a C randomly put in for no reason?
That hurt. The son of a
bitch
like stuck in my throat. Goddamn it.
That's also what you said.
I'm gonna mute.
Yes, you should. Silence your voice, demon.
So, I don't know how to transition to the last topic I have on here. I just don't. So,
transition to it.
So, the last story I have on here on the list, I shouldn't be laughing, but at the same time, it's like, come on. So, a researcher working for the Metaverse, which is the company that, of course, is Facebook and all that stuff, wanted to study users' behavior on Meta's social networking platform Horizon World. But within an hour after she donned on her Oculus virtual reality headset and had her avatar enter into the program, her avatar was raped in the virtual space.
I mean, how is this? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how is like part of the programming you can fucking have sex with each other.
So I believe, I think I've seen these videos before, but let me just take a look here. Yeah, okay. So there's actually a video, of like how it works. It's basically like avatar, like it's kind of like like emojis, but they obviously turn into like avatars, almost like The Sims.
But how do you move around? Like, are you using fucking
Oculus Rift? So it's like it's the headset with the
so you can just. Who is the serial rapist that shows up at the beginning of the Metaverse?
So here, the video says in the video, a male avatar is seen getting very close to her, while another male avatar stands by watching. A bottle of what appears to be alcohol.
Wait, but is there functionality in this fucking universe to have sex?
There's no like.
No.
So what did he do? Just like walk up to her and move back and forth?
I mean, basically, that's what I understand from it.
Well, that's not rape.
Like,
that's just a fucking.
Well, here's the thing. The Oculus is like everything is.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna share the video
or whatever. So obviously, you can't actually rape a fucking avatar, but it was like,
well,
shown to be that's what their intentions were. So like, they weren't actually. Her avatar, it was like her, but it's so weird.
It's so stupid. What?
You know how many people have been teabagged?
It's lifelike.
Like, holy fuck! Where was the hashtag #MeToo for the teabag movement?
But like, it's happening to her, but it's like, take the fucking.
It's
Oculus
not happening to her.
Here's the thing. That's what I'm saying, because it's like when you're looking at it through the Oculus, it's like it's happening to you. But guess what you have to do in order to end that? Take the fucking Oculus off of your head.
I'm just watching JP and Heather watching the video, and they're getting my reaction from it.
Hold on, I gotta see this shit too.
I shared it in the Horny Goat Twitter DM group. I watched it. And it's just like.
Oh, I'm gonna mute it.
And let me. I just want to be very clear. I'm not shaking my head or like scoffing at the idea of rape. Obviously, I'm not condoning that. Obviously, but like, come on.
What is this? Is the Metaverse? It looks like fucking shit.
Yeah, it is.
It's They have
Nobody has any lower body. Why are they all fucking? What is going on, man? They're all tops.
Right. There's no power bottoms there.
So I like the Swag Daddy 69.
This has got to be the most the stupidest fucking news story in the world. My avatar got raped. You don't even have a fucking vagina, girl.
The story is this girl says she was
raped.
Was raped.
Her internet self was assaulted by another internet self.
Welcome to Halo.
I can't.
Like, if you ever played Halo 1 and 2 in those game lobbies, holy fucking shit, man.
Constant teabagging.
It wasn't even just the teabags, it was the aftermath of the kids, the shrill kids.
True. Like, if you can hear their actual voices, they're, like, talking or whatever. So why was her character laughing if she was so horrified that her avatar was being raped?
It's called consensual rape.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing.
I know, it's called sex.
It did make I don't know.
And second of all, there's no fucking bottoms. So how?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Literally the fucking scene from Jack Frost where he's banging a girl in the bathtub. He's literally just going back and forth. Nothing else.
But that movie's so good.
It's
Not that good.
Like, I don't know what the
I'm a Picasso.
I don't know what the Academy was thinking that year.
I don't know what you should ask them what they were thinking about Black Panther. But anyway,
Well, if that wouldn't have worked, come on.
These things look like they were drawn by my left hand.
I don't know. All I know is that all of this shit is getting ridiculous, and what people don't fucking realize is when you're making accusations like this, especially this one, because this is just ridiculous, but if you're making any kind of like false accusations or just erroneous fucking ridiculous accusations like this, it's taking away from the actual fucking victims of whatever it is that, like, in this case, rape. You're taking away from the actual fucking rape victims that have endured actual fucking rape.
And the metaverse, we rubbed midsections and called it sex.
But it's because of shit like this that we see all the backlash that we're getting.
I think 89.99% of the population is going to look at this and be like, what the fuck?
This type of shit is what leads to all of the fucking backlash that we're seeing now. Okay, so like obviously this is pertaining to rape, but you see stupid fucking cases of false accusations or ridiculous accusations against everything, whether it be fucking anti-feminism, racism, everything. And now all of a sudden people are getting pissed because there's all these like fucking accusations and it's taken away from the actual fucking victims and all this shit. And then you have people that,
I mean, I'm going to say there's a large amount of the population that have no idea what the metaverse is, me included.
If a police report is filed on this, I swear to fucking God.
I
didn't even know that the metaverse was a thing.
I'm all over it.
But I thought it was just like Facebook and Instagram.
First of all, I got this gif of fucking Dickhead McGee Facebook talking about the metaverse. He's got legs there.
Zuckerberg?
Yep.
So they're going to have to file a report because...
They're going to have to.
You're going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that they're going to be like, you are a fucking moron. We're not even going to go any further with this, but they will have to take the report in.
I mean,
you were talking a lot about backlash. What are you, working for SmackDown?
Here's the thing. If this would have... Shut up. If this would have been like her saying, okay, well, obviously they were insinuating that my character is, being attacked, and they were saying things to me, so
I mean, she could have just walked away, and there's no game mechanic that's going to stop her.
Exactly. But if she would have came out and said, okay, well, I was threatened in the metaverse, because, like,
this is fucking in a bullshit. Way, this whole story is bullshit.
It was her avatar, but it was her. But, my avatar was raped. Really?
He's just...
The whole story is fucking horseshit.
Technology, you need to be sitting outside, woman.
So I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this right now.
Were you raped in the metaverse?
Yes.
Touching grass.
It was me!
Listen, no, I'm being serious here. So I go through this training once a year.
Rape training?
Yes.
It's sensitivity training.
Sexual harassment and assault reporting program. We have to do it once a year. Once a year I have to sit down and watch video. That is actually one of the things that people in the army can get in trouble for, is cyber sexual assault.
You know, it is a thing though too. It's very similar to like guys fucking threatening rape online, or I really don't see the difference between a verbal saying "I'm going to rape you" versus what happened here. Be honest, I mean it's dumb as fuck, but I don't. There's a lot of similarities between it. So if one is considered a crime, then why shouldn't the other one be considered?
You better watch out, Sammy.
Right. I'm just pointing out that
Guevara is going.
This is an actual thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think like what you say. If you persecute speaking, then we're fucked.
Absolutely, because like I would literally be arrested like 15,000 times
for the way you've treated us all here on this call.
You can go to jail for verbal. If you say you've got a nice ass to a girl or a guy, you can sit in jail for a couple
JP,
of days.
You've got.
I'm not shitting you.
JP's gonna press charges against you, basement.
Yeah, you press those charges.
I'm just throwing that out there. That in the United States, that is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
feel like the
reason why I shared this is because the title of the thing stood out to me, and I'm like,
so
you can rape an avatar? What?
I was thinking of the movie that I don't want to watch.
Oh yeah.
Pardon me?
No,
Avatar? James Cameron about to release 18,000 of them.
The second movie to come out, yeah.
He's also made 5 more. So if you like Avatar, you're gonna get a lot of Avatar.
Also,
I actually enjoyed the first Avatar. Like Austin and I used to watch it all the time, and I'm gonna take.
But do you think there should have been more than one?
might be a bad time to announce that we're doing an Avatar roundtable. No.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to.
I'll watch it.
Okay, first of all, there's only one Avatar out right now.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be 5 more, so prepare.
Yep.
Your bum.
I don't know about
James.
5. Maybe one more.
The last Airbender, I'll be okay.
Not the movie, because the movie was terrible.
Just terrible.
Sorry, Nicole, before we move on, what caught me is she is a Facebook researcher.
You actually read the article?
I know.
Because of the fucking title.
Not only that, but you could literally hear her laughing when it was happening.
I can't even read.
You gonna talk about the fucking one guy getting arrested?
Yeah.
What?
That's next. Because Connor is bewildered, but we're going to be talking about... Don't worry, I got you, bro.
Okay, cool.
We're going to be talking about... we also saw Tiger King.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You want to talk about this fucking guy?
Yeah, damn right. So the funny part is, a little look behind the scenes here, when I was looking for gifts for this guy has been literally like a million fucking cameos.
Oh, yeah.
He's selling his soul.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before he got into this really heavily, he was a cult leader.
I would have never been able to tell. I got 18 wives and like 7 elephants.
So basically, this guy was arrested by the FBI, and what's the guy's name again?
Doc Antle.
Doc.
Bhagavan Doc Antle.
And he was referred to as Doc on Tiger King, and he was arrested by the FBI. There's no information out yet as to what he was arrested for, but he was arrested in South Carolina. Now, anybody that has kind of followed the Tiger King story after the show the Tiger King, Joe Exotic, has been in prison for quite a while now. He's lost all appeals. He's stuck there. He's there. The other guy, the guy that fucking bought, what was his name? The guy that bought the place from Joe Exotic.
The guy that was like a 60-year-old wigger.
60-year-old Chris Angel.
Yes, that would be more like the line. I'm describing fucking basement.
It's a word.
I know it's a word, but what the fuck? But God, I can't remember his name. But
no, he doesn't look like Chris Angel at all. Hold
on.
He dresses like him though.
He dresses like Gangster's Paradise from the.
He dresses like
80s.
a damn.
Have you seen how Chris Angel dresses now?
No, he's mind police or whatever the fuck his shit is.
So, if I remember right, I did read up on this a little bit, and he did get arrested for trafficking lions.
Jeff Lowe is, I think, the guy you're talking about.
Jeff Lowe, that's the
Yep.
Good low.
Okay. So anyways, Joe Exotic, he's in prison because of abuse of the tigers and things like that. Jeff Lowe.
I think he's in prison for like ordering a hit to kill somebody.
No, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Look it up. Fucking Google it.
I will not.
Listen. If you'll fucking listen to me,
No.
he was arrested initially for threatening to kill Carol Baskin. However, they could not prove that it was him who actually went after and ordered the hit on Carol Baskin. They didn't think that that it was gonna hold up in court. So what they actually charged him on was animal abuse, animal neglect, and a bunch of animal charges. He got over 30-something years on animal abuse charges.
Imagine being in prison and the other inmate's like, "What are you in for?" Well, I ordered a hit on somebody, but what they got me on was animal abuse.
But then Lowe,
Bacanto is being charged with trafficking lions.
okay, so he's being trafficking lions now. But the funny part, what I was going to say about Jeff Lowe was actually on a mission to he was trying to get Joe Exotic out for some odd fucking reason, because he had a lot to do with why Tiger King got fucking put in prison to begin with.
I don't trust him because he's obviously way older than he looks.
Here's the thing.
Or dresses.
Jeff Lowe was actually inches away from getting arrested by the FBI himself before he died.
Wait, he died?
Yeah, he died last year, I believe.
Was he still wearing his flat top hat?
Wait, are you talking about... Did you just say Jeff Lowe died?
Last year, I thought.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Maybe I'm thinking...
Was that skinny guy that was on Ghost Adventures?
Yeah, no, Jeff Lowe is too young and dressed to
I
die.
thought Jeff Lowe committed suicide.
No, he did not.
No.
He's alive. Did that guy commit suicide? Jesus Christ. Eminem?
Okay, Jeff Johnson died.
Yeah, the skinny park guy.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Jeff Lowe, no charges. The FBI has been after him for a while because of like the tiger abuse and stuff. Jeff Johnson was the one that committed suicide. Sorry, correction.
Better be.
He committed suicide, and then obviously there's like a laundry list of other people that are either being investigated, arrested by the FBI, or they fucking committed suicide. The only one off of this entire show that I think is actually doing good is
the people that made the show.
Joe Exotic, when he went to prison, he actually got married again to another guy. And that guy is living a lavish lifestyle now. Like, he's living it the fuck up.
He's in
and
prison.
Then his other boyfriend that was actually the younger guy that was with him during Tiger King, he's straight now. And he's clean.
Well, you ain't that straight.
He's clean and he's straight and
this is a goddamn AEW tournament all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts. This whole like fucking fiasco around Joe Exotic is just fucking nuts.
Like, yeah.
Well, don't you remember when we started watching the first season? We all sat there and said they are all crack addicts and they all need to be in prison.
Yeah, they're all fucking nuts.
I'm a crack addict. I'm addicted to crack.
There was another one. There was another one that died off of the show too, and I can't remember which one that was. I'm not even going to try to come up with a name because obviously I can't.
Carol Baskin's husband.
Yeah. No shit.
He's alive and well in Madagascar or some shit.
I mean, the cult guy that we were originally talking about, that I'm not really shocked that he got arrested. I'm very curious what the charges officially are going to be.
Well, I just told you, he was trafficking animals.
Cult leader?
No, I'm saying is that he's done so many different things.
Riding an elephant?
That I'm curious what the official charges were or will be.
Oh, that's all they have him on.
Being a dickhead.
Was Jeff Johnson, was he the one that actually set Joe Exotic up for...
No.
That the
Are we
guy?
talking about Jeff Johnson, the guy that died?
Yeah.
No, he was just like, he would handle the park. He was like...
Yeah.
What was the...
And he was
what was
also
the
like super
that set
unqualified.
I don't know, I need to watch this shit all
The
over.
fucking guy with
Oh, shit.
the flat top. Fucking Eminem at 60.
The guy that set them up, if I remember right,
He brought him in for his
name
money.
was Al.
Al?
Yeah, I believe his name was Al.
Al, okay.
His name was
I think
Owl?
Oh my god. Al, like
Oh,
A-L,
oh.
basement. Jesus Christ. I thought she said cow at first, so we're good.
Whatever. Mine is more elegant.
Regardless of which, Joe Exotic is just fucking everything around him is insanity.
Oh, there is one last thing.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
every one of those people that was on that show
Needs to
is
die.
just chaotic.
Well, I think it's not just on that show. I think it's just in the animal trade business in general. Like anybody that can do those type of things to an animal has to be fucking off the rocker.
Well, there's people that do that to people. So,
Then they're off the rocker.
Completely off their rocker.
I mean, a lot of people are terrible. The last thing that I have here is concerning the Pebble, the Rock's daughter.
Oh, yes.
Did you just call her the Pebble?
Well, that was the uproar with the whole situation with her. Like she shared that she's in the WWE NXT and she's like developing. She looks like the Rock and drag, which is
Right.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, there's no denying her at all.
The Rock's genes are strong. Let's just say that. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I just saw a picture of her.
Yeah, she is definitely his daughter. There's no mistaking that there. She came out and said what her
eyebrows.
Yeah, the people's eyebrows. She came out and said that she is she shared her wrestling name, which is Ava Rain or something like that. And the internet went crazy, wanting her to be called the Pebble.
Why the fuck would they call her the Pebble?
Because her dad's the Rock.
No. You know what needs to happen? She needs to dye her hair into a rainbow. So she can be called
Rainbow Rock.
Fruity Pebble.
Oh my god. Listen, I can't believe that the internet fucking lost their shit because her name should have been the Pebble.
That's the story, apparently. She's like, I don't know why all these people are coming at me with this.
I can't believe this is actually a full-blown article.
Who would want to be called the
Instead,
Pebble? It's a terrible name.
I'm slightly disappointed she will be known as the Pebble, one person quipped on Twitter over the weekend after the announcement came out. I beg of you guys to find a new joke. Johnson fired back and retweet anything. I don't understand.
She sat there. She said she had the same sentiments that The Rock had before he came in. He wanted to make the name on his own, so he didn't want to be named after his father in the ring.
And I was actually just going to say the same thing. I think the whole reason why she didn't go by Simone Johnson was because she wanted
She
that
could be called the Stone.
individuality.
Do
Rock
what?
slide.
Adrian?
She could be called the Stone.
Yeah, not the fucking Pebble. Like
The Boulder.
You know what I would call her? You know what I would call her?
Fired.
What?
Simone Johnson?
Wait, would you?
Eyebrows.
Yeah, well, she can
Does anybody else
Trim
think
them up.
that Ava Rain sounds like a fucking
porno.
porn star?
All of the women sound like porno fucking actors. Alexa Bliss, come on.
When she when she goes on the internet, she doesn't get anything done. She just browse.
I honestly would say if somebody never watched wrestling, I'd do like a list of like wrestling women and porn star names and pick out which is which. And I can guarantee you, they're all fucking porn star names.
NXT 2.0 Arena does look a little pornish.
Yep,
does.
Back to the 70s.
I think that game basement is something we should try to do.
What?
Oh, we need to find somebody that doesn't know anything about wrestling, though.
Yes. And they need to be drunk.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm going.
Get wrong, we have to do a shot.
I feel like I'm getting like sucked into something that's going to be on my criminal record. We need to find somebody that doesn't know about wrestling. We're going to get them drunk. We're going to ask them a list of questions. I'm going to be right there and fucking the cell next to Tiger King.
Hi.
I just fucking noticed. Why am I Tony Khan and why is my face peeking over his shoulder?
Things got awry. You like his neck growth.
That's fine. That's why you saw. That's why you saw. That's why you saw.
That's how I've been birthing my minions.
Called Lady Rock. Oh, he says, "Oh my God, it's Lady Rock."
I don't know. Her name is Ava Rain. Like she's
Ava Rain.
Just got off the casting
couch. Feeling sometimes feels the pain. Ava Rain.
Please, because she's fucking with me. Because it really does look like fucking The Rock.
I got a game for you guys real quick.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Name the first pet you owned. First pet. The name that you the pet's name. Name it.
Puffy.
Tiger.
Sandy.
The name of the street that you remember as a child.
Like the full street name?
Forestwood.
That's the street name.
Just the street name.
That's the street name.
Okay. Pauline Drive.
Just Pauline works.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep. That's
And Pedro Boulevard.
That is your porn name.
So I'm Tiger Pauline.
Let me time out.
I'm not. I don't hate it.
So I'm Fluffy San Pedro Boulevard.
Not Boulevard, just Fluffy San Pedro. What about you, Basement? What are you?
I am Sandy Forestwood.
Winner.
Mine is still porn name-ish. Charlie Montgomery.
Yeah, you're like an up-class porno.
Yep.
You wear a monocle when you fuck.
I love how I said up-class instead of high-class.
And mine would be Jim Lake Drive.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Jim Lake Drive.
Jim Lake is what you we're gonna Lake.
Lake. Jim Lake. It's not you. I just did just the name of the street.
I just
the
did
Boulder approves.
I just did a Jim on the lake.
Said my name is Fluffy San Pedro.
Gina, you have to hold on. You have to change your Twitter. You have to change your Twitter handle to that for.
Oh, fuck you! I'm not.
I specialize in dogs and dog adjacent.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it to mine.
So
oh my God.
I will find like icebreakers, and I'll do one once a week.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is my name?
I've got more.
Sandy Forestwood. Oh my
There
God.
you go.
Forestwood is fucking fantastic. I'm gonna change my Twitter.
I just changed my Twitter.
I've never done that. How do you do it?
What?
Change my
Just
Twitter.
Go to
edit profile.
Yeah, you go to edit profile.
Yep. So now you see mine as
I don't see anything anymore. I'm blind.
click my profile on Twitter and you'll see.
My profile. Oh God! I didn't realize that was my background picture.
So
Jesus Christ!
You didn't realize that was your background picture?
What have I done?
Oh my God.
Simone Maivia could be a good name, but she wants to make a name for herself, which I applaud her for doing.
And Ava Rain was her choice.
And Ava Rain was her choice. That is correct. So everybody's saying it'd be a good gimmick for her. Is it though? Look at where it's gotten Cody Rhodes. Look at where it's gotten. Look at where it got Ted DiBiase. Gold Dust. Being associated with that, it didn't do him any favors.
I just saw that.
Listen, Captain Pat Saber needs to fucking. That needs it. Connor, no, there's no AKA. You need to just change your
fine.
name to Tiger Pauline.
All right, here we go. I'll change the whole thing right now. I confuse the fuck out of people. This is great. All right, there we go.
Well,
Done.
I'm proud of my name.
Sandy Forestwood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
That's fantastic.
Fluffy San Pedro. What the fuck is this
San-
bullshit?
It's who you are inside, okay?
I'm a Fluffy San Pedro.
Yes, you are.
Oh God.
JP, where did you find that one?
I can't remember. We were just, one time, friend and I were just sitting there, and we're like, Let's.
We were there sitting in silence for a long time.
We just looked it up, and that's one of the things you could. There's other ways you can do it, but
As I say, I got that joke. I got that one on Facebook like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I got something along those lines, like the name of your first pet and the name of something else. I don't think it was like street name or something else, but whatever.
Always get the name of your first pet along with the color of shirt you're wearing or whatever.
you can do the name of your first pet or your favorite, and then like your favorite food.
The name of your first pet and your favorite toy as a kid.
There you go.
Oh God, no. Okay, we're not doing our favorite food. No.
You can.
No.
So
some
there's
time.
Lucky dildo for Gina.
Then I'll be called
Hey,
Sandy.
first of all, I don't
Sandy
eat
Ass.
dildos. Like, what the fuck? No.
Just call me Sandy Ass.
Listen, if we're doing food, it would be Fluffy Taco.
I used to know a guy that was like
It's better.
in love with like fat vaginas for some reason. Like he would go on for days, but like puffy vaginas. I don't know. He just had this thing for fat vaginas.
Will you stop talking to yourself in the mirror basement?
Oh.
I like a streamlined vagina. Okay.
It was, what was your first pet's name, followed by the first street name that you can remember as a child?
Yeah, that's the one that I told you.
He said that he didn't remember what the icebreaker was, so he couldn't.
Oh.
He asked me where I found it. I said it was just on.
No, she's referring to the chat.
Alpha couldn't remember what the question was.
When I was a baby, my family had a dog named Sniffy. It could be Sniffy Forestwood. Which is just bad.
That's so much better.
It's what you remember, Aaron. So the first pet you remember, and then the first street.
He was killed by a car.
Here's the thing: when I was like really little, we had a dog named Bubba, but like I don't remember Bubba, so I went with Fluffy because Fluffy was my cat when I was little. That was the first pet that I actually remember.
Have you ever seen Bubba Hotep?
If we're gonna go that route, the first pet that was actually my pet to take care of was my black cat Bibbs. Bibbs Lake.
Bibbs Lake. It's kind of like off. It doesn't feel right saying.
Yeah, because all these felt right. I mean, sniff.
Don't say my name in vain.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah, so like.
Sniffy Forestwood.
Fluffy San Pedro works better because Bubba San Pedro just doesn't have the same effect.
Like Bubba Gump Shrimp combined.
Tiger Pauline. Rare.
Bubba Taco does. So, yeah.
Oh God, I think that's it.
Alphas would be Chloe Talbot.
There you go.
That sounds like a learned person.
It sounds like a fish.
I just cut a Chloe Talbot. Fucking bitch. I'm catch and release.
Oh my
let me see here. I got one.
I didn't put the rock. Oh my God.
What?
Get the female rock off of my big fucking.
She has a name. Okay, it's the Pebble.
So I
Off my face.
I've got one that's very, very similar to this. So let me just see here. It is a combination of how you're currently feeling
Angry.
and the last thing that you ate.
What if you don't know how you're feeling right now? So mine would be unstable steak.
That's your quarantine nickname. Unstable steak.
I'm gonna be happy pineapple.
What, Heather, you were laughing when you were thinking in this in your head. I could see.
SpongeBob lives in me.
Mine would be high chicken.
Hi, chicken.
Hey, chicken.
Mine would be high gummy.
Hi.
Yeah, actually.
You are what you eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, there's more of these things. I've got one more, and then I don't want to keep this on forever. So, so this one would be let's see. Okay, so two parts. Second part's gonna be the last thing you ate, which you already all said. First one's gonna be the color of your pants.
Do you think this is how like band names are made?
Gray steak.
Blue
Gray steak.
Blue pineapple. Oh no.
These would be your band names, yeah.
Oh my god. I can see the future.
Very gummy. I'm not
My
wearing
So mine would be. What did I eat last?
My ass.
God, no.
Right?
No, I just realized what the last thing. Oh God, I shit you not. The name of my band would indeed be Blue Waffle.
No way.
Yep.
Oh my god. Well, I'm blue pineapple, so can we like work together?
That sounds good to me.
I don't even know why, but when he said the name of my band would be, the first thing that popped in my head was fucking, these chicks don't even know the name of my band.
Oh god. I know.
But they all know me like they want to hold
Funny.
hands.
I run Tiger King's fucking job.
What?
Fucking, I got D12 in my head.
Well, it's Eminem, and he's the same as the 60-year-old Eminem.
Spaghetti,
D12, son of
spaghetti,
a bitch.
spaghetti.
It's not just Eminem.
I know it's D12. I hate you.
I hate you.
On that note, I think we got everything covered. Unless anybody else wanted to throw anything out there.
Just Alphas is confused Cheez-Its.
Confused Cheez-Its.
Otherwise, I'm good.
We good? Anybody else want to throw anything else out there before we wrapped it up?
Yeah.
I think we're good to go. But thanks
All
everybody
right.
for hanging out.
Steak out.
Yes, appreciate
Welcome,
everybody for
Chad.
tuning in.
Everybody
haven't
watching.
If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out all the other past stuff that we've done on the YouTube channel this week, including the, perfectly smooth GM mode, the back. Damn it. Back for Bud, which was a lot of fun. Fall Guys, so much other cool stuff here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you also download us on your favorite podcasting platform. We're, of course, on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Anchor, and so many others. So check us out there. We will be back maybe tomorrow? Question mark.
I'm out for tomorrow.
I will not be available.
I am going to die tonight.
So, if we're not on stream tomorrow here on the channel, the next time you will hear from us will be on Monday for the Marvel Roundtable for Thor Ragnarok. So until then, you guys have a good night and peace out, y'alls.